Hi everybody! I've been learning a little bit about frequency and I wanted to share it with you. So, we'll start with how the brain works and how the brain works on frequencies. We all know brain waves, and most people have heard of brain waves and how those work, and there's like beta, alpha, delta, all that, REM, and all that stuff. So that's where we start. The brain has 4 different waves. They're all really low. There's the alpha, which is the active. When you're actively thinking of things, you're in alpha brainwave. When you're in beta brainwave, it's when you're relaxed and kind of like just not thinking of anything, just letting thoughts flow by. I think a lot of meditation starts in beta. And then theta is the next phase. Most people hit theta waves twice a day. Once when you wake up and once when you're going back to sleep. So theta is that dreaming state when you're in between sleep and awake. And it's also where a lot of healing can be done, where your body does a lot of healing for itself in that section. And the last one is the delta, which is the sleeping brain waves. Okay, so active brain waves, when you're actively thinking, they're like 7 to 12.5 hertz. Okay, so that's about the same frequency as the Earth, for the most part. The Earth averages about 7.8 hertz. So alpha brainwaves and physical brainwaves, alpha waves and physical frequencies are pretty close to the same, right? So matter has really low frequencies, like we're talking 0 to 7 to like 50, 60 maybe even. And then in the middle you have sound frequencies. Those are like 440 to thousands of hertz, maybe even tens of thousands. I didn't look up the exact number, but 400 to thousands. And then light, like say sound and physical matters down here, sound is a little bit more, and light is literally the rest. So all this much is light, right? Light goes from sound to light to trillions of hertz, right? So then we start getting into the 10 to the 4th hertz, and 7.5 times 10 to the 500th hertz is like UV rays and stuff like that. I don't know all the science and all that behind it, but that's pretty much the basic of how frequencies are on the scale, right? So what happens is when you have a alpha brainwave, when you're thinking something actively, it goes from light, which is nothing, like it's just nothing, to your brain, which makes it physical. It's going down to physical. So it's going from light, which is thin air, like this is light right here, it's thin air, and then it goes to the physical, which is your thought. And so what's important about that is to get the physical thought out of your brain into the world, right? That's how we manifest things. That's how we bring things into our life, is we turn our thoughts into physical, like we do things, create things, make things. So one thing that I've been working on and why I've started doing chanting is because it changes the physical waves, frequencies of my thoughts, which is the words, into sound, which raises them up higher, and you want to raise your frequency up higher to light. So the goal is to go from physical to light. And that's how you reach enlightenment, because you're going to light. So you want most of your thoughts to be light. So how you do that is you get them out of the physical, you transform them from your brain, low frequency, to medium frequency, and then out to the light. Right? And then they become that light, and then they're out in the light, and then they do magic. We don't know what goes on with the light, right? So one thing also that's very interesting is that the Earth is about 7.83 hertz, right, as far as frequencies go, which is, they said that the Earth's been doing this for billions of years, except in 2014. And I don't know how long they've been studying, like actively studying frequencies, maybe since the 50s, we'll say, because probably before then, maybe we had the science to do it, maybe we didn't. But let's say at least till the 50s we've been studying it, and it hasn't changed until 2014. So from all that time, it didn't change. The frequency of the Earth was 7.83, somewhere in there. Then in 2014, it goes from 7.83 to 16 and starts getting bigger waves. And then, even recently, they're noticing that it's going higher and higher, up to 50 even. So the Earth is now going, instead of just being around 8 all the time, it's going from 8 to 50 and up and down and staying there and staying there. And a lot of people believe that this is a sign that the Earth is transforming to more of a light system. And so we're transforming the Earth because of the collective consciousness in our brain waves. We're changing more of our brain waves to lighter brain waves. The Earth is also going lighter because in order for two things to exist in the same reality, they have to be pretty close frequencies. So since I'm physical, I can see what's physical around. I can see and hear physical things because that's the reality that I'm in. Okay, like the reason why I can't see light, I can see light when it hits something. Like I can see there's light hitting that, right? But I can't see light in the air because it's a different frequency. So that's my theory. Take it or leave it, I'm probably wrong, but that's my theory. All right? This is just my theory. So because humans are raising their thought patterns, their brain waves closer to light, closer to sound, you could even say, that the Earth is trying to match so that we can all stay together. So that's the theory. That's my theory. That's my understanding of it. And I'd like to know what you think about that. If that's the first time you've ever heard of that, let me know. Also, if you would like to know more, you can go to my website, and it's decilray.wixsite.com/Rachel Raspberry. I'm working on getting a webpage for like an official.com for it, but right now it's just the free one. So that's my theory. Let me know what you think about brain waves and frequencies. Oh, I know the thought that I didn't finish. the reason why this is good information to know, the whole reason you should know this is because when you have a thought, you either should say it or act on it, because you're then creating that thought. Now, of course, for the bad thought, this is also why you should not say bad thoughts. Well, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to get it out because it sticks in there. But you should try to say positive things, say right thoughts. Your version of right is different than mine. So whatever's right for you, those are the thoughts you should go with, because those are the ones that are going to create your reality. So let me know what you think about that. Anyway, yeah, if you have any thoughts, let me know. All right, talk to you next time.